Hello students, welcome back to the virtual classes. In the previous lesson, we had discussed regarding the concept of trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Complementary angles के बारे में हम discuss किया था and we solved certain questions from the exercise also. Okay, uh, I just want to recap what is the meaning of the complementary angles of trigonometric ratios. Yes, here you can see sine 90 minus a. If you see anywhere this type of format, if you see sine cos, or if you see anywhere sine of 90, wherever you see an expression where and certain angle is being subtracted from 90, whichever the angle is, whichever the value it is maybe 2a, or it may be 3a, or it may be 4a, anywhere, or it may be even some certain angle 20. So there you can directly write as, instead of writing sine, this is equal to cos, and this 9 will be eliminated, and whatever the angle or whatever the value is here, that will be replaced here. Okay, if it is 20, then we will write it as 20, and if it is 90 40 4a, it will be replaced as 4a. Okay, in the same way, anywhere uh, if you find 90 minus 90 minus something, that 90 minus something will be replaced by something, and the sign will be replaced by cos. In the same manner, if you find anywhere this like cos cos 45 is there, so this cos 45 can also be written as sine 90 minus 45, because sine and cos are complementary angles. For sine, cos is complementary; for cos, sine is complementary. So they can be replaced with this format, that should be subtracted from 90. Anything which is getting subtracted from 90, that particular angle can be replaced by this complementary angle ratio. So that's the concept. For sine, cos is complementary. For tan, cot, for cot, secant, cosecant, and it is same for cot. It is tan. For cos, it is sine, and for cosecant, it is secant. For secant, it is cosecant. So these are the concepts we discussed in the last lesson. Now we move to the another concept, that is trigonometric identities. You might remember, the moment you see this word identities, immediately remember certain identities which you had studied in your lower classes. I mean, in the 9th standard, 8th standard, 7th standard. What are those identities? Yes, whatever you are thinking, that is right. The identities which we had studied are algebraic identities. So algebraic identities are like shortcut forms. Suppose if there is any value like 2a square plus 2ab, this is direct form expansion I'm writing, then plus b square, we write it as a plus b whole square. We know that this is a plus b whole square identity. We use this identity to solve certain examples, like if it is 4 square plus 4 into 4x plus 1. So it is simply 2 plus, sorry, here I'll write it as x. It is simply 2 plus x whole square, because here, so let me write x square here. It will be 2 plus x whole square, because if you expand it, you'll get back this one. So we had studied about the algebraic identities, but we never studied about the trigonometric identities. So as the algebraic identities serve a different purpose in the algebraic expressions to simply solve certain expressions. So same here in the trigonometry also, to simplify certain complicated or complex examples or questions, we use certain identities. So identities are almost like proven equal things which are on either side of the equal symbol. So let us see simply here. You may recall that an equation is called an identity when it is true for all values of the variables involved. Similarly, an equation involving trigonometric ratios of an angle is called a trigonometric identity if it is true for all values of the angles involved, right? So that's the meaning of the trigonometric identities. In this section, we will prove one trigonometric identity and use it further to prove other useful trigonometric identities. Let me tell you, in the center concept, in an 8.5 concept, we have three trigonometric identities. The algebraic identities, in ninth standard, you studied around nine algebraic, around at least eight algebraic identities you studied. But in this particular chapter, or even in 10th standard, especially in trigonometry, you will study only three trigonometric identities. Okay, so how they are going to be and what are they, we are going to see now. And based on those three trigonometric identities, this coming exercise will be depending, and that's the last exercise also for this chapter. Okay, so let us continue. Let's have a look at this triangle ABC, right angle at B, and angle C is here, and angle is on top. And here now, in triangle ABC, right angle at B, we have AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. This is Pythagoras theorem. As per Pythagoras theorem, this is the equation we get: square of sum of squares of opposites, these perpendiculars, and is equal to hypotenuse square. Okay, so dividing each term of equation 1 by AC square, यहाँ पर हर एक टर्म इस इक्वेशन के अंदर हर एक टर्म को a से हाइपोटेनस से डिवाइड करते हैं. व्हाट डू वी गेट? ab स्क्वायर इज फर्स्ट टर्म, उसको ac स्क्वायर से डिवाइड किया, सेकंड टर्म को भी ac स्क्वायर से, थर्ड टर्म को भी ac स्क्वायर से डिवाइड किया. क्यों डिवाइड किया? सो दैट वी गेट इन द प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट. क्योंकि यहाँ वैसे यहाँ पर ऐसे लिखने से भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बिकॉज लेफ्ट साइड आप कॉमन डिनोमिनेटर ले सकते हो, राइट साइड पे डिनोमिनेटर से कैंसिल होकर सेम वैल्यू आ जाएगा. सो राइटिंग इन दिस मैनर विल नॉट चेंज द वैल्यू. Now, after writing that, what happens here? Here, what do we see? AB square plus AC square, there is no problem. Then BC square by AC square, there is no problem. But when you come to the right side of the equal sign, you have AC square by AC square, which is actually equal to 1. Which is actually equal to 1. Both get cancelled. But in the in the triangle, जो हम जिस ट्रायंगल के बेसिस पे हमने ये रेशियोस लिया है, उस ट्रायंगल में साइड्स जो लिया गया था, what are those sides? They are B, C, and A. Okay, now here this compare these ratios. यहाँ पर जो ratios लिए हैं या जो ratios हैं यहाँ पे, ये किस trigonometric ratio के values हैं वो हमें check करना है. What is this AB? AB is this side, and what is this AC? This is hypotenuse. So this first ratio is actually AB by AC, means for angle A, this is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So what is this AB by AC? This is actually cos. This is cos और उसके ऊपर square. Okay, and हमने angle A का लिया है, so इसलिए हम यहाँ पर angle A लिखेंगे. Plus this one is over. Second part क्या है? BC upon AC. BC means this one. For angle A, this is opposite upon AC. AC is this one. That is hypotenuse. So opposite upon hypotenuse means that is sine A. Since we have taken angle A, so this is sine A. So now since there is square, whole square, so it is sine A square, which can also be written as cos square A plus sine square A, which is equal to 1. So whatever you see here now in the bold letters, cos square A plus sine square A is equal to 1. That's the first and basic trigonometric identity. What is that identity? Sine square A plus cos square A, or you can say cos square A plus sine square A is equal to 1. Simple trigonometric identity. Sine square A plus cos square A आप कह सकते हो, or you can remember in other way also. Cos square A plus sine square A is equal to 1. Okay, now let us continue to do this way, dividing this expression. अब यहाँ पे हमें जो cos square a plus sin square a is equal to 1 आया है, इसी को अपन यदि किसी और पर्टिकुलर रेशियो से डिवाइड करते हैं तो हमें एक और आइडेंटिटी आता है. Let me tell you once again, we are learning these identities for the purpose of simplifying the equations. Simplify करने के लिए बड़े बड़े एक्सप्रेशंस को, क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करने के लिए, इजी मेथड के लिए, इजी पर्पस के लिए हम ये आइडेंटिटीज लर्न कर रहे हैं. ओके, अब देखो यहाँ पे इन आइडेंटिटीज को, ये जो एक्सप्रेशन या इक्वेशन 1 जो है, इसमें हमें जो इक्वेशन 1 मिला था यहाँ पर, इसको दूसरे साइड से डिवाइड किया गया. पहले हमने ए सी से डिवाइड किया था ना, अब उसी को अब क्या किया जा रहा है, ए बी से डिवाइड किया जा रहा है. When it is divided with AC, what happened? Let me draw the triangle again so that you get clarity. Let me write their names. This is angle C and this is B and this is angle A which is being considered. Okay, now see, actual the AB square plus AC square, BC square is equal to AC square. This is the Pythagoras theorem. अब उसी को Pythagoras formula, उसी को क्या किया जा रहा है, अब ए बी से, इससे पहले वाले इक्वेशन को हमने ए सी से डिवाइड किया था तो हमें फर्स्ट आइडेंटिटी आया. अब से बी सी ए बी से डिवाइड किया जा रहा है, इससे डिवाइड किया जा रहा है, तो उससे डिवाइड करने पर क्या मिल रहा है हमें, लेट अस सी, ए बी स्क्वायर ए बी स्क्वायर ए बी स्क्वायर, ऑल द टर्म्स आर डिवाइडेड बाय ए बी स्क्वायर ए बी स्क्वायर ए बी स्क्वायर. नाउ square is there on numerator and denominator. AB by AB whole square, BC by AB whole square, and AC by AB whole square. Okay, now AB upon AB whole square, AB and AB both get cancelled, we get 1. So 1 whole square, 1 square, plus BC upon AB whole square. BC upon AB, we need to identify BC upon is of which ratio. BC here for angle A, BC is opposite. For angle A, AB is adjacent. So which ratio is called? Which ratio involves opposite by adjacent? It is obviously the tan ratio. Since BC upon AB is tan and whole square, because of whole square, it becomes tan square A is equal to AC upon AB. AC is hypotenuse, AB is adjacent for angle A. So hypotenuse upon adjacent is secant. Hypotenuse upon opposite is cosecant. Hypotenuse upon secant is hypotenuse upon adjacent is secant. So here we see the second identity, that is the 1 plus tan square is equal to secant square A. 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A. This is the second trigonometric identity that we study or that we learn in this particular concept or in this particular exercise. First identity was, what is that first identity? Sin square A plus cos square A is equal to let me write it properly. Is equal to 1. What does it mean? In any equation, while we are solving the questions, anywhere if you find this format, you can write 1 as per the need. Or in any place, if you need these terms, in place of those, in place of 1 also, you can write these terms. In the same way, you can use this equation also as per the requirement of the question. 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A. Okay, so this is the second identity, right? Let's move on. अभी तक हमने पाइथागोरस इक्वेशन को एक बार हाइपोटेनस से डिवाइड किया, दूसरी बार एडजेसेंट साइड से डिवाइड किया. अब हम एक और साइड से डिवाइड करने का ट्राई करेंगे एंड लेट अस सी व्हाट डू वी गेट. ऑब्वियसली अब तक तो आपको समझ में आया होगा. अब तीसरा साइड जो बचा था दैट वाज द ऑपोजिट साइड. जब ऑपोजिट साइड से उसी इक्वेशन को, फर्स्ट इक्वेशन को डिवाइड करते हैं, हमें यहाँ पर जो मिलने वाला एक्सप्रेशन है दैट इज cot square a plus 1 is equal to cosecant square a. यहाँ पर भी इसको आपको ये इस ट्राइंगल के साथ कंपेयर करना है. इस ट्राइंगल में कौन सा रेशियो किस ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियो के साथ इक्वल है आपको उसके साथ कंपेयर करना है. हियर यू टेक b, this as a, this as c. So when you do this comparison you get this identity, that is cot square a plus 1 is equal to cosecant square a. यहाँ पे ऐसे भी इसको लिख सकते हो 1 प्लस, जैसे कि हमने पहले वाला देखा 1 प्लस tan स्क्वायर, आई मीन द सेकंड वन tan स्क्वायर a is equal to हमने secant करके देखा tan and secant. ओके, अब वैसे ही थर्ड वाला आप याद रख सकते हैं 1 प्लस cot. tan and cot are रेसिप्रोकल्स, बट यहाँ पे ये दोनों अलग अलग हो गए. tan 1 plus cot is equal to 1 plus cot square a is equal to, that is secant square a. So easy way of remember 1 plus tan 1 plus cot. 1 plus tan is equal to secant, 1 plus cot is equal to cosecant. So these are the three trigonometric identities which we will use in the upcoming exercise. In fact, in the examples also they are frequently continuously used. Not only that, they can be interchanged. Suppose if anywhere you would like to, if you find any expression 1 minus cos square a, if you find an expression where it looks like 1 minus cos square theta. Just a minute, children. Sorry, children, for the interruption. There was a disturbance from my side. Right. 1 minus cos square a. If you find anywhere this expression 1 minus cos square a, so this is equal to sin square a. How this is possible? Because we know that we know an identity. Sin square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. We know that sin square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. So when you send this cos square to other side, it gets subtracted from 1 because it is a in addition on left side. When it goes to other side, it gets subtracted. So anywhere if you find an expression 1 minus cos square a, if it is required for solving, there you can replace sin square. Same way if you find anywhere 1 minus sin square, so there also you can write cos square because this is from the identity. Same with the other identities like secant square is equal to 1 plus tan square a. If you find anywhere secant square minus tan square, there you can replace 1. If you find anywhere secant square minus 1, you can replace tan square 1, tan square a. So all this is possible as per the requirement of the question. So we will be using this type of interchanging concepts, interchanging logics as per the requirement of the question. Let's look at question example number 12. I'll just explain for 5 more minutes so that you get enough time for the practice. Example number 12. Express the ratios cos a, tan a, and secant a in terms of sin a. Here what is asked? Express these ratios. That means when you express cos, when you express cos a is equal to, when you write cos a, after the is equal symbol, everything that looks there should be, everything that is there should be in terms of a only. That means a term should be there. For example, let's see. Since cos square a plus sin square a is equal to 1, therefore cos square a is equal to 1 minus sin square a. What is being done here? The sin square is taken to right side and it gets subtracted from 1. That is cos square a is equal to 1 minus sin square a. Now this square is also taken to right side. What happens when the square is taken to right side? The square becomes square root. So here plus or minus is written. As per the requirement, we take plus or minus. So this square becomes square root 1 minus sin square. See here, cos a is equal to 1 minus sin square. That means this cos a value is equal to certain value in which sin a is present. So that is the meaning of representing in terms of sin a. ऐसे questions exams में भी आते हैं. Okay, so you don't get confused. Writing in terms of some other ratio means जिस ratio के terms में लिखने के लिए कहा जाता है question में, उस value को, उस ratio को वहां पर दिखाई देना चाहिए. ओके, देन cos a is this gives cos a is equal to 1 minus sin square a, बट यहाँ पर y करके भी लिखा है. y it is प्लस 1 स्क्वायर. यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव दोनों वैल्यूज आने के चांसेस है, पर उसमें पॉजिटिव वैल्यू को लेने के लिए बोला गया है. व्हाई? एनी रीजन फॉर इट? जस्ट get to know and let me know in the next class why it is taken plus, why not minus. And then second, tan a. Tan ratio we know sin a upon cos a, but we are asked to express this tan a also in terms of sin a. Every tan, cos, secant, cosecant, all the ratios are asked to express in terms of sin. Now sin a is written as it is. What is done to cos a? अभी जस्ट पहले cos a को जिस रेशियो में हमने कन्वर्ट किया था उसी को यहाँ पे रिप्लेस किया है. व्हाट इज दैट? 1 माइनस साइन स्क्वायर ए, उसी को यहाँ पर मेंशन किया. अब देखो tan a करके जो हम देखते हैं, तो tan a का वैल्यू किस में रिप्रेजेंट किया गया है? sin a अपॉन 1 minus sin square. All the terms that are there are sin only. The same way secant ratio, secant a is equal to, अब secant a को किस में हम दिखा रहे हैं? 1 upon square root 1 minus sin square a. यहाँ पर भी हम देखते हैं सारे terms जो है other than 1, the ratio that we are seeing is only the sin. So all the ratios that are asked there in the question are expressed in terms of sin a. So this is one example we can see based on the trigonometric identity. One simple trigonometric identity is taken, basic identity, और उसी को expand करता गया, उसी को बार बार use करता गया इस question के अंदर. Let us see one more example. Prove that secant a into 1 minus sin a into secant a plus tan a is equal to 1. LHS में जितने भी terms है उन सभी का product जो है 1 के साथ equal है करके दिखाने के लिए इसको example में बोला गया. Okay, so how it is possible? We'll see. We'll try to understand it. Secant a, LHS side is taken. Secant a into 1 minus sin a into secant a plus tan a. Okay, so for basically here secant, sin, secant, tan, all we see three different ratios: secant, sin, and tan. First of all, secant is represented as 1 upon cos a. We know that secant and cos uh, uh, they are reciprocal. So secant can be represented as 1 upon cos, and 1 minus sin a is left as it is. Okay, then secant again is represented as 1 upon cos, plus tan is represented as sin upon cos. Remember children, in this entire exercise, many a times we will represent, we will write their other way of writing ratios. We will use other representations of the ratios. For tan, we write tan, sin and cos. We represent secant as 1 upon cos. We represent cosecant as 1 upon sin. Okay, so all these exchange of ratios will be done in the entire entire exercise in almost all the questions. So you, when you are solving the questions, you carefully observe these questions. Then 1 minus sin a. Now here we see 1 minus sin a we have here in the product. And how are we getting this 1 plus sin a? How do we get this one? We get this one. Here cos a is in the denominator. Here the denominator is 1. And here for this particular bracket, denominator is same, cos a and cos a. So if you take the common denominator, what do you get? 1 plus sin a in the numerator. So already there is 1 minus sin a, and here 1 plus sin a, and in the denominator cos a, here and here also cos a. So you get cos a into cos a, cos square a. 1 minus sin a into 1 plus sin a is like a square minus a plus b into a minus b. So it becomes a plus में 1 है, b plus में sin है. So 1 into 1, 1 sin a into sin a, sin square a. So you get 1 minus sin square a by cos square a. And as I had already told you, anywhere if you find an expression 1 minus sin square a or 1 minus cos square a, उसको हम आइडेंटिटी के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं. What is that identity? Sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. अब 1 के साथ इन दोनों में से जो भी subtract होगा, that will be equal to the second one. That means cos. यहाँ पे sin subtract हो रहे 1 में से, तो alternatively इसके प्लेस में cos square आएगा. In this place cos square will come. and नीचे denominator में भी cos square है, so they both get cancelled and we get answer 1. Okay, so this way we have to solve all the questions. So children, before we start solving the exercise questions, now it's our task, it's your homework to go through all these examples. You have very few examples now to have practice. Only two more examples are left there. One is example number 14 and example number 15. Probably you may get confused in the example number 15. No problem, but at least try to solve the example number 14. After all this is done, go through this video again and watch it, because understanding of those trigonometric identities is very, very, very important. Because you know what? You know why? See, immediately you are coming to the exercise 8.4, जिसके अंदर आपके पास 4 questions तो ये simple हैं, 1 2 3 4 questions simple हैं, but from 5 onwards, from the question number 5, this question number 5 contains 10 questions. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 8 9 10. So all these 10 questions are important. Even in final exams, definitely you would have one of these questions. If your final exam is of descriptive type, definitely you would get a question, one out of these one of these 10 questions. Okay, so but to understand and solve all these questions, understanding of those identities and interchanging of the ratios, that is all very, very important. So that's all for this video, children. I close this video. Watch it. If you get any doubts, you can discuss with me through WhatsApp, or you can also discuss in the class. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.